Sweet Mercy, everybody. Sounds good, boys.
Thanks. Thank you.
What a nice crowd. It's a beautiful day. You don't have to be in here, but we're glad you are, and it is quite a testament to what we're listening to. And Rick Coster for Live Lunch Break. And the first thing I want to say, I always ask incredibly banal questions, but this is going to maybe top them all, John. But
Great.
as I was listening, I thought back to an interview I did with a fairly, well, he's a best-selling author and does some fairly literary work. And I complimented him on a couple of things that I thought were really well-crafted lines. I said, does it ever hit you that you've just done something that's really great? It might just be one sentence. He goes, I got to tell you, I write at home. I'll do something every once in a while. I'll get up and close the door to my office so my wife can't leave, see what I'm doing. Then I just laugh my ass off and sort of walk around patting myself on the back. And when the last song, Leaving Peru, had 3 or 4 of those lines where I just thought, boy, did he nail it. And did you know it, like the features line, I can't see this.
Yeah, the teachers and
when you're writing, does that sort of thing occur to you that, wow, I just did some really cool?
Yeah, but it usually happens in spite of myself. And I don't, there, all of a sudden there it is on the page.
Yeah.
But I'll usually catch, that's pretty good. But I mean, it's nothing, you hope for that, but, if you get it, you're lucky.
Well, speaking of lucky, in an earlier song, you explain the narrative by saying it's 2 people who have a lot of things in common, but they just didn't run into one another. How did you get this aggregate? Because you guys are perfect. Now, if y'all don't know, this is Jamie over here and Jim back here on guitar. This is Craig. All of them have incredible regional pedigrees at the very least, versatile in all kinds of music. And John, did you just say cherry pick these dudes from wandering around, or how did you get this together?
Well, and this goes way back. I mean, when I was a kid, I always wanted to live in this area. My family would do a lot of summertime at Misquamicut. And finally, 16 years ago, my wife and I were able to move. We live in Pawcatuck. And one of the first people I met here was Jimmy Tarbox, because we knew his sister who worked at a couple of restaurants where we used to frequent. And when I was pretty much on my own, I was working on this album up in Massachusetts, and we had a CD release party, and Jimmy said, hey, I'll get a band together for you. And so we started playing in different iterations. And then we do a thing once a month at Perks and Corks called Speciale and Friends. In fact, Sandy Allen's over there. He's one of the friends.
Hi, Sandy.
He's it's like it started out kind of like a jam thing, but and we would have guests. And one night Craig was recommended to me, and he showed up and was the guest. So that's how we met. Didn't know Jamie at all, but about a year or 2 went by, and I decided to put this together. So I got in touch with Craig right away, and he hooked me up with Jamie. Just that's the way it happened.
Yeah, there's a lot of chemistry here.
I mean, with the first rehearsal, I knew something was pretty special about it.
The thing about the songs that you write is they do come out of a rich American tradition, if you want to call it that. But there's so much that you guys can bring to it in terms of nuances and add your own characteristics to it. And that's pretty much what you were after, I tell you.
Oh yeah, we got we got a little bluegrass and country stuff and some Zydeco. Jim can play anything, but,
yep.
But he brings a lot of meat and potatoes, R&B kind of stuff. And Jamie, it's Jamie's birthday, so
it's Jamie's birthday.
He's really he's all right. He's all right.
He can bring it.
No, but he's the jazz guy.
Yep.
So there's everything in here.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
We're talking with Sweet Mercy here on Live Lunch Break, and it means a lot that you guys would join us on really one of the most beautiful days of the year. So, and I'd just like to announce that on my birthday, Jamie, the sky was a brown gray, spitting this horrible rain. So I'm jealous. Plus, I'm also like 70 years older than you, so
We know that's not.
that's so you've alluded to the fact that you've got an album out, but are you say we're going to record this song or that song? Are you guys in the studio?
Not
Is it
yet.
with this particular unit?
We're checking out some studios right now, but we do have the songs picked out. We've been rehearsing them.
And it's going to be the four of y'all with guests.
Yeah,
presumably.
well, we also work as a 5-piece. We have a couple drummers that alternate. And so we'll try to have everybody out there and maybe some guest artists too.
All right. I come from the South, so I get fairly provincial about sort of the acoustic blues, Lightning Hopkins, Blind Lemon Jefferson sort of thing, as Craig and I have discussed many times. And it's really neat to have come up here and sort of got slapped in the face like, you're not the only people doing this. So where are you actually from, and where did you get into this sort of songwriting?
Well, I grew up on the Naugatuck River up in Torrington, Connecticut.
Let's cross the border from Mississippi.
Yeah, just slightly north. Yeah. I don't know. I always loved music. My dad was a swing jazz musician.
Yeah.
Played sax and clarinet, and so we always had a lot of that in the house. And also, my parents were really good about never discouraging, never saying a bad word about any of the music I'd bring home. You know, records, and no matter how loud it was.
Well, I think that's a valuable thing.
Oh, I
too.
think so. Yeah, they encouraged it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for being here. Would you like to hear some more Sweet Mercy? All right, then.
Just want to say, this is my album. It's called Some Things Have Happened Since We Last Spoke. It's a double CD, and it's not expensive. You can buy it here, or check out my website, please, johnspeziale.com. You can also download it through the website. I have to say these things. My wife always goes, did you sell yourself? Did you promote yourself? Yes, dear. Oh. All right, this is gonna. All right, this next song is a circus kind of song. And there's a story for this one too, is when I was very young, I was in the circus and I ran away from the circus. I found a nice suburban home with two really white bread parents and a great baby sister. And that was, so I have that in my background. But while I was at the circus, I worked as a juggler, and I fell in love with a trapeze artist who went on to bigger and better things. And being very sad and lonely without her, I wrote this poignant song.